I guess just that family loyalty shit just runs hella deep in me. And then I know it does in my older brother, because my older brother is one of the reasons why this particular family, my dad's half brothers and sisters, are in America because of him. And then they all shitted on him too. Shit on him, you know, over the years, just verbally and just being so like aggressive and rude to him. But then my brother gets murdered and they come and try to, you know, big fish eat little fish, and this shit's crazy. Imagine your dad's brother being the only person in the back room after getting the body that we don't even know how was used. We don't know what weapons, we don't know. Family don't know. This is like top secret with the police and the detectives because they're still working on the case. So we get the body 3 weeks later, and listen, you don't want to be there. You did not want to be in my home for those 3 weeks, because when I tell you shit was upside down, I mean, shit was upside down, almost fist fights happening. I'm pregnant dealing with my nieces and their bullshit, my sister-in-law and her bullshit. But it's, you know, I think about it now and I'm like, listen, I forgive it all. Because everybody was just going through it. And nobody knew how to process their emotions, because I still don't. I don't talk about it, you know? And I don't have a chance to grieve, you guys, because I'm a mom. I moved completely out of my state. I have to be able to protect and provide for my kids. So if I'm just a sad mess all the time grieving, who's going to keep them happy? The amounts of deep breath I've had to take. All right, so this is why I avoided this story so much, because I'm like, Lord, how am I going to do it? I thought I was going to just be able to do it. But fuck, all the emotions are surfacing. I can't even finish this makeup because every time it's just going to be all over my face. Imagine your dad's brother, uncle, and one other guy, which is, you know, an Islamic man, washing that body. And literally you find out after the burial that your uncle's having nightmares. Your uncle's almost passing out, like having faint. He's like fainting the past month, 2 months, 3 months after the burial. And your aunt accidentally slips, like, I don't know. She uses a term that might have been used on my brother, the way he got just like pregnant right before giving birth. And then I'm like fainting in my kitchen because she slipped and said something. And I'm just like, and she takes it back. And so you all know dad's brothers and sisters, because brother went to the house and told them what was used. Not my dad, though. They kept my dad out because my dad's like their little black sheep, because he's in this Afghan weird fuck culture that you guys do. You guys look at half siblings as like completely step motherfucking child. You guys don't accept one another. My kids are half breeds. They have half siblings. My 2 are different fathers. My 4 are different fathers. Never in their goddamn life would we think like that. But you foreign Afghans need to quit that shit, because clearly in my family, that's how it is. And there's like, that's how you guys run. If you don't share the same mom, you're suddenly fucking strangers. Motherfucker, you have the same dad. It took his sperm to create you guys. Every time I go through little processes of healing and have deep thoughts about just my life, I'm like, holy shit, how do they live like that? How was I so okay with watching this unfold for so many years? I want to blame the lack of self-love, but no, it's the conditioning. It's how I grew up. It's all I knew. So here we are protecting the secret that these 3 aunts of mine that I dropped their names had a whole relationship with my brother, holding hands, love letters. I mean, this thing goes on and on. I don't want to have to put it all on here because I need my account to be healthy. This shit was so crazy, you guys. It's one of the reasons why my first brother got murdered, was because of this love triangle of aunt and nephew, which was the brother that recently passed away. They had I would go into so much more details, but I'm going to hold it there. You should know what I'm talking about. For years and years and years and years, it was kept a secret. it was just washed under the rug. What was my poor little mom supposed to do? I have a 14-year-old son I can't control. What was my mom supposed to do when all the things started in Pakistan, Afghanistan, when he was 13 and 14? And the most handsome, he looked a lot like my 14-year-old, blue-eyed, gorgeous hair, so light-skinned, and you know how them light skins get in Pakistan, Afghanistan. My mom couldn't stop the weird shit. And me, I was just like, you know what? I had my own shit. I was going through so much. Lost my first brother. And then was like, jumped into another relationship. Clearly because I was not even fucking healed. Literally after my first brother, I got jumped into this other relationship 6 months later. Which is terrible, I know. Terrible, I'm telling you, I know. But I was so lonely and just was partying and it all happened and unfolded so crazily. Next, it is years and years, and mind you, my mom and this family of mine had years of like 40 plus years, 50 plus years of fucking drama that my mom did pour onto us. And so I always wanted to make my own judgment and stayed like loving and being loyal to my dad's side, because I just didn't want my mom to condition me to hate on a family that like that was my blood. That's how I looked at them. They're my blood. But she had her own trauma with that family. Just because when she got married to my dad and then like living with them and all that, you know, back then, and some weird cultural shit that I don't know. I don't even want to go in there. Like that was hers. So whatever my mom would say about them, the conditioning, I just was like, I want to form my own opinion. And so when I loved on a very genuine base love. Like, you guys are my aunts and uncles. I don't see you anything but. Sometimes I'd argue with my aunts and tell my step-grandma, because she wasn't my grandma, like, hey, I don't care, this is my grandpa's house. When I come here, I ain't leaving. This is my grandpa's house. Like, that's how aggressive I'd be about it. And she'd be like, and I do respect her, because she'd be like, you're right, it is your grandpa's house. And no, you don't have to leave. And no, and I'd be like, because I love you guys, you know, genuinely. Like, this is my grandpa's house. Now, the one dirtball that's dark as fuck and burnt, that had that relationship with my brother, my aunt, like, she just never knew her dad. So if she's gonna do trifling shit, is because she never knew her dad. But to the older one, you know, she had her run. Then the younger one, yeah, you play 50-50. Play both sides, okay? Why I feel like fuck your secret, fuck that family secret, is the same uncle that's washing that, and then his other brother that's a little younger than him. They're all like in their 48, 55, like that age. Like, they're grown-ass men. They wait for my brother to be buried. They wait a few months, and then one brother gets up and hits my dad with law papers from the lawyer. And you guys will never believe this shit. Straight up, a building that my dad has worked blood, sweat, and tears. My dad has lived here fucking 50 years. And these brothers come and go the last, like, I would say 10 years. And one just comes, he's got a second wife, comes and goes. Had the fucking audacity to wait till my brother was the same brother that went to Afghanistan and helped them build a hospital that became super famous, that they built their millions of dollars of wealth from, besides whatever else they stole from Afghanistan and the country. They waited, okay, for that brother who did so much for them to be. You already know, you got to go to part 3. Damn, I didn't want this to be so long, but how could you fit all this in one part?